Okay, here's your 3-point exercise. 3-point perspective is a lot of fun. It's a lot easier than it seems. Seems a little intimidating, 3 points, but it's just like 2-point, just with one little twist. Okay, so to start out with, you're going to need a horizon line. I would recommend that you make your horizon line in the middle of your page, like this. I'm going to use this marker. I'd like you to use pencil today, but I'm going to use this marker just so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so I've got my horizon line. Decide on your 2 vanishing points. 1, 2, okay? And then you're going to have a 3rd vanishing point. So I'm going to start out and think about it this way. 3-point perspective has a 3rd vanishing point, which makes things get exaggerated. So say, for example, I wanted to draw a building. I have to think about, do I want my building to be big at the bottom and going way, way up into the distance and getting smaller and smaller as it goes away? Or do I want my building to be small at the bottom and getting bigger as it goes up? So you think about comic books and cartoons. A lot of times you see bird's eye views of buildings, and in that case the building would be very small at the bottom and get really big as it goes up. And in other cases they're going to be very big at the bottom and get small as they go up. If you want it to be smaller as it goes up, your vanishing point will be at the top. If you want it to be smaller as it goes down, your vanishing point would be at the bottom. So you can decide. So today let's just start with a vanishing point at the bottom. Put it down here. Your leading edge, the line that you're going to start to draw your shape, comes from the vanishing point. So line up your straight edge from there, and anywhere along that line can be your leading edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a line right here. Okay? Then proceed just like 2-point perspective. Okay, so let's see. I think I want my form here to be about here and here. So again, 2-point perspective, you're going to go to the opposite, so I'm going to do that. Okay, here's where it changes. If you were doing 2-point perspective, your line from this dot down would be parallel to that leading edge. It would be right here. But you're doing 3-point. So this line, instead of being parallel, is going to converge down to the 3rd point. So it'll start here and it will end here. And it's going to look like this. Same thing on the other side. And now you have this form in 3-point perspective. You'll notice this set of lines converges to a point. This set of lines converges to that point. And this set of lines converge to that point. There are no parallel lines when you're drawing this kind of form in 3-point perspective. All right, so that's underneath the horizon line. What about on the horizon line? Again, line up with your 3rd vanishing point. Decide where you want the building. I'm going to keep it on the same line. You could move it. It could be sideways if you want, but I'm going to keep it on the same line for this demonstration. It's going to cross the horizon line. So I'm going to draw a line across the horizon line. Again, same thing as 2-point. Okay, now 2-point, again, you would take it from here and have a parallel line that's parallel to this leading edge. However, we're doing 3-point, so we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we are going to decide how big we want this form to be. And I'm going to do something a little tricky. I'm going to keep it consistent with the other one. And you'll see how that works in just a second. Okay, so I decided I want it to be that big. Instead of a parallel line here, it's going to go down to this vanishing point. So I'm going to take that dot, line it up with a vanishing point, and create the line. Same thing on the other side, line it up with this bottom vanishing point. And now you have a form in 3-point perspective on the horizon line. Now, what happens if you want to put it above? Here we go. And now you have a form above the horizon line, on and below. Okay, so now you're wondering, well, what if I did this with the vanishing point at the top here instead of the bottom? What would that look like? That's what it would look like.